it. All right, so here we go. Let's start from day 15. Congratulations to showing up. Let's start from all four position, placing the hands down to the floor and taking the knees back underneath our hips. So as we place the hands down, look down to your hands, please, and separate your fingers apart, but make sure that the thumb is soft and press the pointing and middle fingers into the ground, and the hands are underneath the shoulders. All right, so extended arm people like myself, instead of that, please slightly bend your elbows. If you have no hyperextension in your joint, then extend as far as you can. Reaching the head forward towards the front, that is our front, that is our back, and extend your pubic bones and tailbone backward. So we have just the same long spine than before. Then exhale, round your spine like a cat. The middle of the spine moves up towards the ceiling, the tailbone and the head moves down towards the ground. And then arch your spine, taking the tailbone and the head up towards the ceiling, keeping the chest nice and spacious. Then round your spine and arch your spine. Please keep breathing as you are moving. I don't want to specify how you breathe in and out. Just do what feels right this morning. Pressing the hands down, keeping the arms active, and keeping the spine same length throughout everything that we do. We are not shrinking, we are elongating. Okay, so let's do one more. Round and arch, which is rounding to the other direction. And coming back to neutral. Please pull your navel and floating ribs in. And let's keep the hips as they are, where they are, and turn your head towards one hip and come back to neutral and towards the other hip and back to neutral. So the head moves, the neck moves, maybe the shoulders move, and the hips for today, we are going to keep them in one place. For this one, I like to inhale in center and exhale as I curve to the side. One more set. The navel wants to escape, the floating ribs wants to escape. So it's just readjusting ourselves over and over. Okay, then please turn actually, if you need to move your hands a little, do that. And turn your hands externally down. So the hands are still underneath the shoulders, but the fingers are pointing towards the sides of the room. Then pull the navel in and reach the right arm up and take the right arm back down. So it's a tiny twist in the upper torso, left arm reaches up, and we take the hand back down. And right arm up. And back down, and left arm up, and down. This is not a big twist. One more, please. All right, so from here, we turn the hands back, and we go down to the floor, and I will give you variations. So let's lift the left arm up again, and slide the left hand underneath the right, all the way out to the right. And here's the first challenge when we aim to place the shoulder down, the side of the head down, and we take the fingertips to the floor, and we enjoy the twist. Now, if you have been practicing for a very long time, please find another place where you feel like, oh, I love it. If you are new to this channel and yoga, then maybe pressing the fingertips down could help to not push so much weight into the head. So the neck feels free, safe. The hips are back to neutral. And we breathe. Taking in everything around us as is, connecting to the breath and to this moment in this shape and form. And please press your hand down to come back up to all four and find your center. Folks, sometimes it's nice to take the legs a little bit further apart, okay? And reach the right arm up, intertwist, slide it underneath the left. So here, if the floor is way too far for you, place your hand underneath your head. That's an option, okay? If the shoulder, the neck is reacting way too sensitive, okay, you can just stay to a point where it feels safe and then come back and repeat that motion a few times, okay? So fingertips are on the floor, pressing them into the ground, hips are back to center, and we twist. It's an inversion. The hips are above the heart. Nice even breath. Or if you're new to breathing practices, just breathe. Then please press your fingers into the floor, come back up to all four again, hands down, and stretch your right leg back, tuck your toes under, place the foot down and extend through your shin, your calves, hips squared, lift your heart, and take your knee back. Then the other leg, extend through the left leg, hips squared, and coming back to center. Now please place your left foot out to the side. Am I in the picture at all? I hope so. Left foot is out to the side, over here, so you see me completely. Hands are underneath the shoulders, okay? And hips are squared. And the stretch is happening somewhere along this part of the leg. Breathe, elongate your spine, and reach your left arm up without twisting the hip. Take the hand back, press the left hand to the floor and reach the right arm up. Pressing the left foot down, pulling the navel in, extending through both arms, and take your hand back down. Take the left foot back underneath you, and now we are going to extend the right leg out to the side, pressing the right foot down, keeping the left hand underneath the shoulder, floating rib in, hips are squared, and reach the right arm up, and breathe, long spine. And bring it back to center, and lift your left arm up. Any movement that your body needs is welcome. Stay connected with how you feel. And place your hand there. Place your right foot back. So open the knees slightly, bring the feet together, and this is the place where you might need a blanket. Place it between your heels and your hips if you need to. And we fold forward. A block or the hands or the fists can come underneath the forehead, or nothing, just place the head down and rest. Hands, it's for some folks at this moment of time, hands next to the heels would be the best feeling ever. It would really feel like I can open up my backside and relax at the same time. For some of you, keeping the arms, hands over the head, forehead is on the ground, and then that will relieve and give you the feeling of I just let go, surrender. And that one. All right. So place your fingertips to the floor and come back up to the seat. We are ready for the 15 minutes seat. So make yourself ready, please. That means to anybody who is new to this channel, welcome. Welcome to our community. We are going to place enough sweater or anything on that you truly feel warm and comfortable. I say to sit on something, if you sit on the floor, a pillow or anything, or sit on a chair. I also would like to invite you to, after a few minutes when it becomes way too difficult to sit for the body, because it's a challenge to sit in one posture for a longer time, very slowly, gently move out of the pose, find another one, and continue. That's it. You always can lean to the wall and continue. Okay? The experience is aiming to see where our edges are. And creating that space that eventually will become truly the present moment experience in our lives. So I hope everybody is ready. Sit up tall. And we start. Please place your hands in front of you. One hand comes into the other. And place the thumbs gently together, the end of the thumbs, and place it back to your body wherever it feels nice. You see. Sit up tall. And we again start the practice as we usually do, looking around. And so for this 15 minutes, I already invite you to tap into the feeling tone that this mat or the place where I am on the ground is my safe place right now. As I look around, I notice that everything is just fine. Therefore, I send a signal to my nervous system that everything is okay right now. And then I come back to center, elongating the spine again, relaxing the shoulders down, and close your eyes. If you cannot close them, then halfway lower the eyelids. And throughout the meditation, if you ever feel that emotions or visions coming up to the surface and it's hard to deal with them, then either open your eyes and look around and reassure yourself that you are in a safe place, or come to the sensation of feeling the touch between the legs, the hips, and the floor, the clothing and the skin. Any sensation that you can pick up with touching something. Then we move to the sound around us. We take in everything as is without labeling it anyway. Neither good nor bad. It is what it is. And we take in the smell. And we take a moment to experience which nostril is more open to receive breath. Again, this is just a note, mental note. Then we take in the eyesight, and if your eyelids are closed, is maybe some form, maybe just darkness. And relax your chin, your jaw, your tongue, your throat, and tap into the taste in your mouth. And that is the establishment of our safe practice in meditation. And then we come to the breath. So we notice the breath. Once we notice the breath, we aim usually to change the pattern. So come to just relaxing into whatever it is at the moment, as well as you can, just coming back and noticing one breath. If you need to realign your spine, relax your shoulders. And then we come to the beginning of our breath. And we take a mental note that this is the beginning of my breath, and I just follow through. And as I keep breathing, I come to the beginning of the inhale and the end of the inhale. And release the exhale. So we're expanding the time that we can pay attention to whatever we pay attention to it. Just that thing, breath, the inhale part of the breath. And the mind, the brain, the head takes us somewhere else, either present, not present, either future or past. And things are coming back to us, memories or planning. That is just the most normal activity that the brain can do for us. So we accept it as it is, as is, not changing it, not going against it. Just saying, oh, thinking. And I very gently turn my awareness back to the breath. There's the inhale of the breath and the exhale. And as you inhale next, see if you can stop at the very top of the end of the inhale, just for one tiny second, resting there before you go into your exhalation. So inhale naturally, and as you arrive to the end of it, just take a moment of just the pause and then exhale. So as you are practicing it, this is that pause, that 1 second or 2 second pause, is where we can aim to almost stop time. And in that very tiny second, we expand that moment. And that becomes the present moment. If you're thinking about it, there is no such thing. Or it's very, very short time. So just, I invite you to play with this idea. Okay? Just expanding that. Then we are going to add the end of the exhale the same way. As we get there, we pause for a moment and then we continue and inhale. And let you practice it for a few moments. Go. And you can release that awareness and just simply breathe and tap into how your body feels. Slowly, gently, quietly change if you need to. It's been about 10 minutes at this point. Let your lips gently smile. And we reconnect with our heart center again. Heart center is whatever you describe as the center of your heart. It can be the physical heart, the spiritual heart, the heart chakra. Anywhere there, when you heard this word, heart center, your awareness goes. And you rest there. And we smile. And the tiny light that we experience there, we see how bright it is. That tiny light gives out so much brightness, so much clarity. And maybe it will just expand out of the physical shape of you and just around you, and it just broadens. And the warmth that comes from that light, it warms us up, and it has the power to warm everything and everyone around us. And that warmth would be love. So we are going to sit for the next 4 minutes together in silence, without judgments, but being as curious as a little child, discovering how do we feel, what do we see, what it means for us to be silent for a few minutes. Just place your hands together with your heart and bow your head forward. The change that we are aiming for, because most likely most of us are aiming for some kind of change in any part of our lives, will happen once we forgive. In order to forgive, we have to feel humble and grateful, so we practice gratitude first. And we express our gratitude towards this moment, this experience, the resources that we have, the communities that we have, and you can add anything that comes to your heart, what you feel grateful for. And in our lives, we have so many teachers. They come in all kinds of forms, as pets, as nature, as friends, family. We thank them for the lessons that they taught us and brought us to this very moment in life. And there are beings who are not as blessed as we are at this moment, and they are suffering maybe more than we do. And from the heart center, from that warmth that we have created, we send another prayer to them. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be happy. And the final request is, may I see the truth. May I speak the truth. May I feel it. Thank you for being here.